We are live and in living color. Welcome to another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling, where we interview special guests each and every week from different walks of life in the reselling world. Here we'll discuss the highs and lows in reselling and dive into great conversation. We are positive that you're going to learn, you're going to hear something, learn and hear something that's going to help you become a better reseller. I am your host, Ray, and I am joined with my co-host, Dustin. Dustin, what's going on, D-Man?
It's going.
Dustin is sporting his orange, his UT orange. Big win yesterday for the Volunteers, beating Alabama.
Huge win.
Go Post is still cannot be found.
It's in the Tennessee River somewhere.
Might be floating upstream soon.
There you go. But guys, I am joined here with our special guest, episode 2 of the new season. I don't know how many episodes we're going to have in the season, but we're just going to call it the new season. Adam, Baldy Pal Picking. What's going on, Adam? How are you doing today, sir?
Wonderful, wonderful. Thanks so much, guys, for letting me be on the show. I appreciate you so much. You got a cool little hat there, man. Right?
You like that? We got to send you one, dude. This is our we recently redid the logo. So the F is a little bigger and just the letters are a little bolder. So I don't have
I will definitely get one from you. I'm making my back wall a collection of the different reseller hats.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Let me know what kind of color you want, Adam. We'll special make. We'll do a UGA colorway. How's that?
Ooh, I like that. That goes right in with the dog house that I got going on right now.
There you go.
If the Vols beat Georgia, then we just give them a Vols colorway.
Ooh, now we're just talking about some dreaming, you know.
Yeah. Well, they beat Vanderbilt yesterday, but
Bama's
that's not
one thing.
Close game.
You know. And you know, I would say that Bama's not necessarily up to par a whole lot this season. But then again, I mean, honestly, up until last game, Georgia was giving me a couple of heartaches in the previous couple of games himself. I mean,
right.
Against Missouri, that I was almost in the ER. But we're not here to talk about football. We'll put lots of people to sleep.
Exactly. We can talk about football all day long. But
all day.
But go ahead, Dustin. I'm sorry.
No, just said all day. Good.
All day. But we are here to talk about reselling all day, at least for an hour. Adam, Baldy Pal Picking, one of our good friends. He's always in the chat. He's always hanging out. He's everywhere. The man's everywhere. Make sure to follow him on YouTube, Instagram. He's got his live show every Wednesday. Adam?
Wednesday nights at 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Could you tell us a little bit about you, Adam? Give us a little backstory how you became a reseller. Are you you're full time? If I'm not mistaken, Adam, is that correct?
That is not correct.
That is not correct. Okay.
I may seem like and act like one, but I'm not.
Okay.
I actually do have 8 to 5. I don't know why people. Why is the cliche 9 to 5? I work 8 to 5. I don't know who out there works.
Yeah, right.
9 to 5.
I do like 7 to 4 myself.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's close to 8 to 5, but not 9 to 5. That's anyway.
Ain't
but
nobody
I
working 9 to 5.
No.
What's that, buddy?
Ain't nobody working 9 to 5.
No. But I'm in the IT department for an insurance company here in Columbus, Georgia, and that's what I do on my regular job. It pays the bills, right? About 8 years ago, my buddy Gary, who is a co-host on my show, he had already been reselling, and he got me into it because he was like, hey man, on our lunch break, let's stop by Goodwill. And I'm like, that is the strangest request I've ever heard. Just like, you want to eat there? What are we doing on? He's like, no, man, let me show you. And lo and behold, I got suckered in, and I am suckered in. 8 years later, I ran the show for a YouTube channel and everything, and you can't get rid of me. He created a monster, and I love it. So I do it part time. I probably put in a little bit less than 15 to 20 hours a week, but it's fun, extra fun money, you know.
Yeah,
pay bills, pay off the truck, go on vacations, family money. That's the fun money.
It. Yeah, I mean, Dustin and I were in the same boat. We both like our full-time jobs enough to keep them, and you know, we love reselling on the side. Like you said, it's fun money. You know, it's we don't have to worry about like, oh man, we can't go out to eat with the family because it's not in the budget. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or
So
you don't have to worry about whether or not you actually got up to go to that yard sale because the bacon on the table throughout the week makes a difference, you
that's
know?
true. That's true.
And if I miss 3 yard sale weeks in a row, I'm not upset, but I just don't get good YouTube content out of it. But
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can go camping with my son, or I can go to my daughter's cheerleading competition and no sweat whatsoever. And I like that because yard sales are big for resellers. You know this. Yard sales are huge for resellers. But if I can't make it to a yard sale on a Saturday morning, I'm not going to lose anything off of it. So I'm
True.
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that until for some reason or another my 8 to 5 doesn't make me happy anymore. Let's just put it that way.
Mm-hmm. Nice, nice. Well, we'll talk about your 8 to 5 here in a little more here, Adam. But let's say hi to some people in the chat. We have our boy Ken, aka SSK Promo. He says, "Good evening, fella. Glad to see you, Ken. Glad that you can stop by." We have Angie Resells is in the building. Good to see you, Angie. Angie is actually going to be on our show in November, so stay tuned for that. We're gonna have a little. We gotta have more girls on the show. That's one of It's one of the
For
things
sure.
this year is we got to have more women on the show. So, and we have Ping G. What's going on? Good to see you. We have Jimmy Old School Flips is in the building. Jimmy, I saw Jimmy cutting a rug at the Las Vegas Reseller Remix. Jimmy, I didn't know you had those kind of moves.
Sweet Caroline is what I heard a lot of
Yeah,
times.
it's all over. I saw it on World Star. I think TMZ, picked it up. Barstool Sports, a bunch of different, different publications picked up Jimmy dancing. So you might see some
Sesame Street, PBS,
everywhere,
Everyone.
everywhere. So see, look, Angie's already talking about it. He says Jimmy saw you out there being a dancing king at the remix. Looked fun. So yeah, the world is traveling by far. I'm gonna talk to people in Dubai, and I'm gonna say, "Hey, do you know Jimmy Old School Flips?" And they're gonna say, "Hey, are you talking about the guy that was dancing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Yes, that's the guy.
That's him.
That's the guy."
Everybody knows Jimmy.
Everybody.
Now, speaking of Jimmy, he says that you're angry at eBay, Adam. Could you touch a little bit about?
If you really want me to, you really.
Yes, we're here.
Jesus,
So before we
soapbox
get
is
started,
ridiculous.
with this, Adam, we
Yeah.
want to, for the people that may not know, what are all the platforms that you sell part time on?
eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and more as of about 3 months ago, Poshmark.
Okay.
And eBay is the number one thing. I list everything on eBay, no matter what it is. But then I choose different things to go on different platforms after that. So not everything goes on every platform because it just doesn't sell there. So, but okay. So what Jimmy's referring to is I put out a video today that said I was mad at eBay, and the reason is because of their just the fact that they haven't fixed the situation where if somebody offers you something that doesn't mandate they have to pay if you accept. And it bit me really hard about 2 weeks ago when somebody offered me $300 on a pair of Kobe tennis shoes that I have. Okay. I had them listed for $500 for a year. Somebody offered me $300 and I almost instantly hit accept. But I thought about it. I thought, one, should I send them a counter offer of like $299 to make them, to make sure they're really interested and really confident in buying these shoes? Or should I just, not look a gift horse in the mouth and accept it? Because even though I only paid $8 for these shoes, if somebody's willing to pay me $300 for them, I'll accept it. So I did. I accepted it. And lo and behold, they never paid. They just straight up never paid. And I told them, I said, hey, thank you for your offer. Very generous offer. If you're able to pay by the end of the night, I'll ship them in the morning. His reply back was, sorry, size miss.
Size
miss. Oh,
so that instantly makes me think he had no intention to pay. I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe he just wanted to see if I'd accept his offer, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe he sent it thinking, oh, there's no way he's going to accept this offer, right? But you know what? He didn't know what was going on my side of the house. He didn't know I only got him for $8, right? But I've had those happen a lot. But when you're talking about $300 on a sale you've had listed for a year, it just really bit differently, than the $25 T-shirt or whatever the case may be, free shipping that didn't sell. But anyway, that's the soapbox. That's why I'm mad at eBay.
They know what they're doing. I think they could easily fix it, but they have to like roll it out slowly. So the audience knows that now that this has changed, you have to pay like immediately. Because I think just people. You think so? You think they can't do it?
They just need to flip the switch, man. And you know what? These people who are throwing these insane offers out there, they're the ones who's going to get bit then when their credit cards get hit for $300. And then they'll want to cancel the order. They'll learn quickly. But we're the ones who's failing here because they don't have to pay. You got Facebook Marketplace, Poshmark, and Mercari. The other 3 platforms I sell on. All of them do instant payment if you accept an offer.
But they started with instant payment. That's the thing. Like eBay didn't start with instant payment, so they have to like change that mindset.
Industry.
I get it. I feel like I'm in the same boat. I feel like they could do it. They could do it now. They just don't want to do it.
Exactly. And they're pulling our legs when they tell us they're going to have it by the end of the year. I don't believe them. Show me the money.
So you don't. The end of the year. That's what are we in?
That's what
October.
They said by the end of the year that they will have a solution in place. How vague is that?
Let me know, everyone in the chat.
Say that back in the spring.
No, they said that at the eBay Open or eBay.
Okay.
eBay. Yeah, but was that two weeks ago?
Yeah.
Anyway,
let me know in the chat. What do you guys think? Is eBay? Are they going to fix the instant payment, or are they just pulling our legs, stringing us along like that one girlfriend that you used to have in high school that you just got put in the friend zone and never came out to anything? Or just, what do you think, Dustin? You think they're going to fix it?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Maybe 2 years from now.
No.
I don't think they're going to fix it.
No. And you know what? I didn't cancel on them. I made them cancel, or I made go through the open a case process. I'm not going to cancel it. I just relisted it and let that order stay as active until the eBay process canceled it for me. And then I put them on my block list. Thing is, they didn't have a 0 rating. You know, they had like 119. And I'm not one who looks at their feedback before I accept an offer. But this was $300. I had to treat it differently than any other offer I ever had, because that's interesting. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that is a lot of money. Now, speaking of sneakers, we just uploaded a good video on. I purchased some sneakers through the eBay's authentication program. So it gets sent to a third party and then it gets delivered to the customer that bought it. So like I kind of went over the whole process and unboxed the sneaker, and then they put like a little what do they call it? Not an NFC chip on the sneaker, so you can scan it. Yeah. So pretty neat. RFID, so if you guys want to check it. Yeah, something like that. So check that out if you guys are curious about that. So let's see here. We have some people that joined us. Go ahead. Sorry, Adam.
Sorry. I'll watch your video. I promise you I will. But I'm curious. What does the chip do? Does it take you to a website or something?
It does. Yeah, it tracks like the who had the shoe before you.
Okay.
So like if I were to sell this shoe, it'll through eBay, it'll get, re-authentication or whatever, and then it tells you who owned the shoe before you. So there's like I guess what do they call it when they have a
chain of custody?
Something like that. So you just scan it with your phone and it tells you who authenticated it, and it marked as real, and it's
that's pretty interesting.
I don't have the shoes with me, so because I've sold a lot of the sneakers that get sent to eBay for authentication, right? But I've never purchased any shoes from eBay, knowing. And then the thing was, the shoes that I purchased, the guy had a 3 rating on his eBay,
dude. That's
the only thing that he had listed for sale on his eBay store. But I knew that through the third-party authentication program, they were going to mark as real or whatever. So I had there was no risk.
You had all of your box checked because you were going through that program for one, right?
Well, you have no choice. Any shoe over $100, any sneaker over $100 automatically gets sent to eBay.
Is it 100 now? I knew they dropped it. I didn't know they dropped it down to 100.
To 100.
Okay.
So...
Well,
so if you're ever in a boat to where you think you have some fake or real sneakers, just list them and they'll get authenticated. If they're fake, they'll just send them back to you.
I wonder if list them, sell them, buy them yourself, make them go through the process, and you don't have to actually ship them anywhere, but you get them. You do free shipping, right?
Yeah.
Then you get them authenticated, and even though it only costs $3 for checkout, you could do that for free, right?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a long way to go around and get that answer, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We have Billsy Bears Memory says hello. Good to see you. And we have Petey is in the building. Good to see you, Petey. Glad that you can join us. So here, Ping says, so file the cancellation on day 5 and give him the strike for not paying. Do they get? Okay, gotcha. Jimmy's saying they would actually lose buyers if they implemented it. I am actually not totally on the side of instant payment. Interesting. Ooh. That's a hot take, Jimmy.
Hot take.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit in Jimmy's boat though, because I feel like a lot of people will jump ship from eBay. So Pink says eBay is working towards buyers submitting credit card information when they make an offer, and will be charged if the offer is not accepted. That's the only way they can do it, right? They slowly have to roll it out.
I think there's a problem a lot with the whole guest checkout. I don't believe Mercari. I think you have to create an account with things like Facebook, Mercari, and Poshmark. Mm-hmm. But on eBay, there's a guest checkout. I'm pretty sure that's probably what's slowing them down. If I were to venture an IT guess at it all, from a coding perspective, the whole guest checkout thing. But I mean, all you got to do is make a little check mark in terms and conditions, and you check this box, and you put in your credit card to make this offer, and that's it. That solves the problem.
Yeah.
I just fixed it in 3 seconds, eBay. Come on.
There you go. Jimmy's saying there is a large group of shoppers that send offers and don't plan to pay until they get paid. It's a real thing. I send offers every Friday. That's
why we have credit cards.
Credit card?
Put it on your credit card. Pay your credit card when you get paid. Not your
everyone's on the Dave Ramsey plan over here, Adam. Okay.
Not the shoppers. Not the shoppers.
At least message back.
Us resellers, we're on the Dave Ramsey plan. I totally believe you on that. But the shoppers out there, they are not.
What were you saying, D-Man?
I'll send out payment reminders. I don't get a single chirp or nothing. They can at least hey, I plan on paying Friday. All right, you don't get the payment Friday, you're getting canceled.
Yeah,
I had one tell me that they were planning on paying me in like 10 days. I was like, your order will be canceled before then.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Ken says, I think if you send and accept an offer, you should have to pay instantly. So
yes.
I like the counter idea, the counter offer technique with the same price.
I heard that one time, like they offered me $300, right? If I counter with $299, it does two things. One, it puts it back in their in their court, and if they're serious, they have to accept. And two, it leaves the item listed for someone else to also offer or buy while they're still thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, correct.
But I didn't do it. I should have, but I didn't do it.
If Justin is saying that Carfax for shoes, basically that's what it is. Gives you the exact thing, where the shoes came from. So Billsy Bears Memory says, unfortunately, there are people who don't pay, plus it needs to be relisted and might miss out on the potential sale when it's in limbo. Whenever it's in limbo with me, I just relist it. And if they end up paying it, I'll just take the listing down. Yeah. But it's just like a lot to worry about,
Yeah.
So won't they pay and it sells at the same time?
Chances of that, man.
Whichever happened first, you accept, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I had this thing for a year. It had like 16 watchers at like the 6-month mark. And I was like, okay, nobody's biting on this. So I unlisted it and then relisted it. And it got up again to like 16, 17, 18 watchers. And then this 3. And I'm sending out offers of like $450, $425. This guy sent me $300. And I'm like, I paid $8. I just put it at $500 because I have no idea what the real market is on this shoes. Mind you, these are the only pair of Kobe's in this particular colorway like it on eBay. So that's why I priced it really high.
Do you still have it?
The shoe? Yeah.
Yeah, the shoe.
Yeah. Got them both. They didn't sell. So
I'm curious to know what kind it is, Adam.
I'll look it up real quick and I'll show you.
Yeah. Marie saying, why can't they just be like Amazon and other sites where you just put it in your cart, but then doesn't freeze your inventory? That's great. That would be the ideal situation, is just put stuff in your cart without purchasing it. And when you know, on Friday or wherever, when people get paid, then they can pay. But Jimmy is saying over here, I guess I just make too much money to worry about it. Look at Jimmy.
Making that money from dancing.
Dancing, baby.
With the stars.
Yeah. Dancing.
All right, I dropped a link to them in the private chat if you want to look at them. They're called Kobe 4s.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Protros Varsity Green. And there's none other like it on eBay.
Let's see the culprit here. Oh, you even dropped them. Oh, no, you got them for 500.
Should be 500.
Yeah. Here we go. That's it right there, guys.
And I'm going to look and make sure that they're still the only ones like it on eBay. It's the green colorway that makes them rare, or the rarest.
Where did you find them?
Okay.
At the Salvation Army.
Dang.
They were $15, and I didn't buy them. And I came back a week later. They were half price, and I bought them for, what's that, $7.50?
They're still there a week later.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no separation. There's no scuffs. I mean, there's a little bit of heel drag. But other than that, they're in great condition. And I'm looking, and there are none others like them in this colorway.
I wonder where they came from. Like, you know.
I've had several people look at them. Dalton did. Derek at ATL Flippers.
Right there.
I've had several shoe people look at them. I've got 2 local guys that are shoe people, and they're just amazed that I even found them because they're considering them so rare. So
yeah, I love the the Kobe 4. I think he won his first championship in the Kobe 4, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
Yeah.
I do not know basketball to save my life.
This is his.
Don't ask me that question.
Yeah, I think that's his first championship in the Kobe 4.
That's them, I think.
Yeah. That's your shoe. Or this is your shoe. That's your shoe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you're on Google search now. I didn't even notice that.
So look at that. Purple, black, and green.
Yep. I can't find them in green anywhere else.
Where
probably at Michigan State.
They wore them in like a college or something. Michigan State.
High school, college.
Yeah. You got a green high school close to you there, Adam?
Yeah. Spencer High. Yep. They're green and yellow. The Green Wave. So
the Green Wave. Okay. Yeah.
We got a green wave.
WWJD. What would Jimmy do? Sell through it. There you go. All right. So Adam, let's talk about your 9. What'd you call it? Your 8 to.
You know, talking about my 8 to 5.
Let's talk about your 8 to 5.
All right, I can tell you a little bit about that.
Yeah.
It's in IT. I went to college, got a computer science degree for coding and engineering, and don't really use it. But it's done a lot for me as far as like I started making my YouTube channel with Android because I made Android apps a long time ago. And then I did Android cell phone reviews on YouTube. But a regular 8 to 5 is I just track the hardware that the company uses throughout the nation. And that's a tough job. We got over 20,000 assets across the nation in different places.
What do you mean you track it? Like you figure out where it is?
Yeah, I have to keep a repository of every piece of hardware, who's it's assigned to, and where it currently is in the nation.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah, so it's a tall order. I got a team of 5 that help me do it, so I don't have to do it myself. Yeah,
I would feel like that would be like an automated thing, right?
The exchanging isn't as automated as you think because so many hands could possibly touch it, right? I mean, if you think about it, I don't. Okay, so in many jobs, you've got a department, an IT department that'll break fix, right? If you got a problem with your laptop, you got to replace the hard drive or the RAM or something like that in there. Then this desktop department could swap out your computer for you, but I'm the one who's got to know you just swapped it out. What did you swap it out with? Tell me, keep me up to date, things like that. We're getting a closer step to automation, but that's the boring part. We don't want to talk about that too much more.
Yeah. So your friend,
I lead the team. My friend Gary.
Your friend Gary worked with you at the time when he took you to the Goodwill.
Yeah, different department, but he works with me. Yeah, he's still with me. He's still at I
So
thought.
Gary's like, hey, let's go to Goodwill. And you're like, why are we going to Goodwill? Let's
Yep.
like, does he resell on the side,
Yeah,
Gary?
yeah.
So he showed you the ropes.
He did. He showed me the ropes, and he told me what not to buy, and he told me what to buy, and he said, "Okay, if you don't believe me, you try to buy it and resell it. You're not going to make any money off of it." And I didn't believe him, and I tried to sell it, and I didn't make any money off of it. I said, "Okay, Gary, Obi-Wan, I'm sorry, I bow down." But yeah, he says he created a monster, and it's true because I can't help it. I still go shopping almost every day on my lunch break, and that's when I do the majority of all my videos and my Goodwill shopping and stuff like that. And Gary, he does a Jeep channel, and that's how he pays for his new cars, his new Jeeps. Is he whenever he wants to add on to his Jeep and soup it up, tires or rims or whatever the case may be, he resells to make the money to do that to his Jeeps. So he's
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fun. That's why he
That's
does
awesome.
it. Why do I do
you've been
it?
doing this for 8 years.
8 years, man. 8 years. And the YouTube has only been about 5 years.
5 years? Okay. So for someone that wants to get into reselling, Adam, and they don't know where to start, like what are some advice now that you're a Padawan of or a Jedi Master of your own? How would you spread the knowledge to the rest of the Padawans that are out there?
There's actually 2 or 3 people at work who have been interested in it. And the first thing I tell them is start with something you love. Start with something you know and you love. Like if you've got shoes at home and you're a shoe collector, or if you got a lot of purses at home and you know the names, that niche, start with that, make money with that. And then take that money you earn from it to start growing. Go to your Goodwill with that money. I tell them straight up, I said, you can start this 100% with no money at all. $0. Just look around your house, find something you don't want anymore that's got value that you bought or somebody gave to you for a present, and put it on eBay. You'll get paid for it. Take that money and recycle it in the Goodwill stores. And that's how I tell them. That's how you start. You start with zero cash. I did. The first thing I bought, the first thing I sold was a pair of inline Bauer hockey skates that I sold for like $65-70. And I started with that. I had it. I owned it. I sold it. And then that became my new Goodwill. If I didn't have money in my bank account, I couldn't go to Goodwill. Let's just think about it that way. If I bought too much that I wasted all my money in my account, I can't go back anymore. And that you got to be very strategic and accountable to yourself to not overspend what you haven't made. If that makes sense.
That's good. What do you say for someone that's always buying stuff that doesn't have the money?
Then you are just buying yourself into a hole that you've got to dig your way out of. That's debt. And you don't want debt. That's what anybody's hopefully is try to teach you as you've grown up, is that debt is bad. You don't want debt. There's such thing as good debt, but this isn't the case here. So if you overbuy out of your bank account that you don't have money for, you're just digging a hole. You got to dig yourself out.
Nice. That's good. We have Fireball Flippers in the house. Good to see you, Fireball. Glad you can jump on. Fireball says, I post on Facebook once every 6 months or so and always end up with people giving me free inventory. It's a lot of work for sort of good from the bad, but it's all free inventory. Hey, that's nice. Good. That's a good way to do it. I have a friend. Well, I have someone that I've have become friends with. He has a great channel on YouTube. His YouTube channel is Cody with the K. Okay. All he does is buy and resell video game stuff. And what he does, he'll buy a Xbox Series X or a brand new Nintendo Switch. He'll post it on Facebook Marketplace and say, hey, I have a brand new Nintendo Switch. I'm looking for vintage video games. What do you have to trade? And they'll give him stuff that they don't think it's worth anything, that he knows it's worth way more than the Nintendo Switch that he's trading. Yeah. So that's another way, if you have a little bit of extra income, you can buy something newer and, of course, trade it for things a lot more of something that's way more valuable. So
that's a neat take on it.
Yeah. Anthony, guys, Cody with the K, his YouTube videos are one of my favorites. I mean, the guy's editing is top notch. It's pretty awesome. He's a dude for sure. Good Fireball saying, Fireball, are you posting for junk removal? Okay, that's interesting. Anthony C says, but All right, Adam. Let's get down to the nitty gritty here.
Junk
You want to go
removal.
ahead and
I wonder if Anthony C's talking about like if he gets a bunch of junk, like he's asking people for their junk. That's a neat way. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how he does it. I tried doing that on the neighborhood app back
Uh-huh.
when in the spring of 2020 when they closed down all the shops.
Oh.
And I got 2 or 3 people to reply, but that was it. It's not like I get them consistently replying to me or anything. So that's a way to wait for your inventory for sure.
Fireball saying, I just tell people that I'm a reseller and will pick up unwanted items. I just did an estate sale clean out Friday because the family just didn't want to deal with the remaining items. So that's awesome. That's good right there.
Ray,
Free
we need to do
inventory.
that. Show up with the trucks.
We need to get
have a lot of extra space.
That's true, which we don't have. So, all right, but Adam, let's get down to the nitty gritty here. Let's start our one of our first segments of the show is overrated, underrated, where we give you 10 different subjects, and in your opinion, you let us know if they're overrated and underrated. All right.
All right.
Fantastic. And before we get started, we do want to give a shout out to the sponsor of the podcast, our good friends at poppinofftoys.com, one of the best places to buy Funko Pops. And guys, if you use the code NashvilleFlippers, you're going to get 10% off everything in the store. Adam, do you have any Funko Pops laying around? You got an UGA?
I do for reselling. I've got one that I've got some Star Wars that I've collected. Okay. And I don't know honestly where he's from, but his name is Adam. And so my mother-in-law bought him for me and gave him to me for Christmas one year.
Is it Black Adam?
It's a Funko. No. It's just a guy. It looks like he's a guy from The Office. He's in a suit and a tie, and his name is Adam. I don't know what character he's from or what show he's from, but
interesting. Well, guys, if you want to purchase any Funko Pops for the holiday season, sometimes they drop some stuff. Pretty good reselling related stuff. One of the things that they don't have it now, but they'll do a thing called like a mystery box, and they'll have like one Grail Funko Pop. And so for like $10, you'll buy hopefully you can get the Grail. And if not, you'll just get like a common. But they just had this that sold out. Blink 182 3-pack. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm. So
I'm always, every Funko Pop I see in a Goodwill or a Salvation Army, I'm always scanning it. And if I see an exclusive at Walmart or Target or something, I'm always scanning it because I've come across some of these things that are hundreds of dollars, Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't personally found, I haven't been the one to pick them up. I wish I was, but that's one category I'm always looking out for, waiting to find that Grail Funko Pop,
Yeah, you'll find it for sure. You'll find it. But if you want to buy any new ones, go over to poppinofftoys.com, use the code NashvilleFlippers, and you'll get 10% off. So saves you some money and puts a little change in Dustin's pocket.
That's a good deal. So Dustin's pocket's getting heavy now, ain't they?
That's getting right. That's right. All right. So overrated, underrated number 1. Here's a good one. Facebook Marketplace. Adam.
Overrated.
Period. What about sourcing, selling in general? Overrated. All of it. Get out of here.
From a selling perspective, they have significantly dropped in sales for me. And I have spreadsheets. I'm a nerd like that. I track all my sales and I track where it's sold specifically. And it's taken a nosedive on Marketplace. And then sourcing, I used to check it all the time for sourcing. I don't know, maybe 7, 8, 9 months ago, I noticed that's where all the resellers are, just selling their stuff. There's nobody trying to get rid of anything, like a Super Nintendo for $10 or a Rock Band set for $20. There's none of that anymore. And so totally overrated now. It's done. It's at its time.
Where do you think they're selling all that stuff now?
They're either getting smart and they're listing it for higher prices, or B, they're selling it in their yard sales. So maybe during the winter when there's no yard sales, we might see some more show up again. Maybe.
I'm just curious. I just brought up Facebook Marketplace. So Of course, there's Vans because I've been looking at Vans. We have this Le Creuset set. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This might be worth some money. 110 though. What do you think?
I think it's always worth at least seeing if they'll meet up with you to get you to look at it. See, that's the thing with Marketplace. When you want to show up to look at something, you've spent time invested in it already to meet them. If it's a local pickup, that is, it's almost difficult to just turn away and say, "Oh no, never mind."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't want to be that guy, right?
No, I'm not. I'll totally be that guy. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about. I've now spent 20 minutes driving to wherever they want me to meet them at to drop $100, and it makes it really iffy for whatever reason. Like, it has to be for sure in the pictures, ready to buy scenario. I don't meet up just on the off chance that it might be worth picking up. I want to know before I even leave my house. And I just don't get that feeling anymore from any of the listings. None of them are worth looking at. The day of a place for what? $900,000?
Blowout. Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's gone. Can you say that Facebook is dead?
No, it's not dead. It's like on life support right now.
Well, okay.
Yep, it's about to be like MySpace. Guaranteed.
The Marketplace is on life support.
Okay. Is it the new Craigslist?
It could be. Yeah, it could be.
Dang.
It could be.
Put some respect.
Craigslist needs to make a comeback.
Well, as many spammers as you got every time you list something now. I mean, I don't get them as often as I used to. Take this for example. My mom wanted to sell her treadmill. I said, for you, Mom, the best place is Facebook Marketplace. Okay. And then I had to sit her down and give her through a 10-minute Facebook Marketplace selling school of, you're going to get people asking you for less money. You're going to get people asking you for your telephone number. You're going to get people asking you for your email address. If they're not willing to meet you where you want to meet and pay you in cash, don't talk to them. It's not worth it. And don't give them your phone number and don't give them your email address. It's full of spam. It's full of crap and scammers.
Yeah. Andrew's saying I used to love Free Cycle. Found some free stuff. What is Free Cycle? Is that another app?
I think it's an app where basically it scours over Facebook looking for free listings, and then it pulls it all into this one app. I think that's what she's talking about.
Okay, let us know.
And it may be more than just Facebook. It could be the neighborhood app as well as Facebook.
Okay. It's like the freebie alerts app. It's probably all the same.
Curb alerts, things like that. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right, cool. All right, let's move on. Number 2.
Number 2, overrated, underrated. Ugga the dog.
Totally underrated. Ugga is awesome. Ugga is the bomb. He's the best mascot out there.
Is he the best dog mascot?
Absolutely.
Even better than Smokey? He's a blue tick healer. I mean, come on.
I was about to say I don't even remember what the Tennessee's dog name is, to be honest.
Who'd win in a fight?
Ugga would tear you up. Sick him, boy. Sick him.
Do you remember? I can't remember. Was it last year or the year before? Ugga got horned by the Longhorn mascot, the Bevo. Do you remember?
I don't know. Was it last? It might have been 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
But it's hard for me to remember exactly too.
Yeah.
I don't think we played. Was it A&M?
It was Texas.
Texas? I want to say we didn't play them last year, so it must have been the year before. So.
Okay.
But yeah, Ugga is totally underrated. He needs more airtime on ESPN when the dogs are playing. They should actually put a little, closed captioning.
Like an Ugga cam?
Ugga cam? Yeah. They should definitely put an Ugga cam. And he'll be sleeping the whole time in his doghouse.
Yep.
The game yesterday, I think either a pass or some kick or something. For some reason, the ball hit the doghouse. Didn't even wake him up. Didn't phase him at all.
I could see that the way that game was. It was so close.
What? No.
Against Vandy.
Yeah. Right. I was like, you're mistaking that for Missouri, man. But no, against Vandy, there was nothing there. Nothing.
Here is
y'all's game. I was on the edge of my seat on y'all's game yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that was great.
My God.
Here, watch the this is Texas versus Georgia.
Was that last year?
I don't know. 2019 Sugar Bowl.
Oh, that's 3 years ago now.
Yeah, they got Uga coming out in the cart. How long is this video? 3 minutes long.
Yeah, that's pretty long.
There's Uga right there. Here we go. Right here. Look at Uga. Uga walking in the grass. The bulldog. Oh, there. Oh,
there he is. There he is.
Moo.
Better watch out, Uga.
Get a rope on that cow.
Right? That's so dangerous.
Look at them horns, man.
Look at this.
Those are
Holy
illegal
smokes.
in 48 states.
Yeah, that should be illegal here. Like,
And
yeah,
the next
like you
day,
said.
he made a mistake.
Probably.
Andrew's saying, no, it's similar to Craigslist, but it was a huge site across the country, but ended about 6 years ago. Okay, that's probably why I never heard of it.
R.I.P.
RIP. It's Facebook next door and Craigslist. I think it's the only shows that you want to closest your location. Okay, Fireball's all saying, I'm thinking of the freebie alerts app, not the free cycle.
Okay.
And Anthony's saying, every time I find something I want on Facebook, I look and it's halfway across the country.
Can I go on another rant real quick?
Go for
This
it.
is another reason why Facebook is going to fall flat on. I can't even speak. I'm so angry. Allowing someone to list it for free or $1, and then putting in the description, DM me for price, and
Right?
having the
Ugh.
buy now button on there. Just to prove a point, one time I saw something I wanted listed for $1 and I hit buy now, and I went through the checkout process. That guy, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but maybe back in March or something like that, I got banned off of Facebook for like 2 days because of that. Somebody listed it for $1 and I hit buy now, and he reported me or something. I don't really know how it happened.
Why did you get reported?
I don't
You bought
know.
it for $1?
Because
That's ridiculous.
the butthole who listed it for $1 clearly didn't want to sell it for $1, right? Clearly. He didn't. I mean, that wasn't his point. He didn't even put in the description, DM me for price or anything. There was no description. And I bought it for $1,
wild.
and then I get banned off of Facebook because he reported me for some reason. That's another reason why Facebook's going to fail.
Okay. All right. Next one up here. Number 3, VHS DVD combo players.
Totally underrated.
Still underrated.
Okay. I don't know where I heard it, but I don't believe they make VCRs anymore. I don't think they make VCR players anymore. Okay. So people are out there looking for them to play these VHSs that people are selling for hundreds of dollars on eBay. I've got your VHS player. You can sell your $100 VHSs as often as you find them. I'm the one who's got the player that you're going to buy it from to watch it. Without me, you can't watch the $100 video.
Okay.
So that's why I say they're underrated. But I should say overrated so that y'all will quit buying them and reselling them and they'll buy them from me.
Okay. How many VHS players you got right now listed? You got a lot?
I don't keep them listed for very long.
No?
I've only got maybe 4 or 5 actually listed, but the longest I probably keep one is like a week.
Okay.
If they got the
Nice.
remote, they sell on them instantly.
I got 2 good ones from that. Remember that yard sale we went to, Dustin? Where the guy in the shed in the back with the remotes?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, can I look through the box of remotes? And he's like, what do you want the remotes for? I'm like, I'm going to see if I can find the remote to these VHS players you just sold me.
Yeah, I would have just bought the whole thing of remotes, dude. A guy at a yard sale one time, I asked a similar situation. He had lots of electronics out on a table, but no remote controls. And I asked him straight up, I was like, hey, you by chance know where these remotes are? And he goes, they're in a box inside. I was like, how much you want for the whole box? He's like, if you buy that and you buy that, I'll give you all the remotes. I was like, fine. It only cost me $10. It was $5 each item. And so I was like, done. I'm not even going to care what remotes are in there or not. If he's got the remote and he knows where it is, hopefully it's in the box. If not, whatever.
Yeah.
But
you got some free remotes out of it.
that box had a Logitech remote in it that by itself was $75.
Nice.
So
Nice. All right. Moving on, number 4, overrated, underrated.
Scary movies.
that's a tough one. I personally am not a fan of scary movies. Okay, I take that back. Let's say they're underrated, okay? Because there's some really good scary movies out there. And then there's these really dumb jump scare movies, like Saw. The first Saw,
Yeah.
I really like the first Saw.
Mhm.
The second and the 8th through the 18th, I don't. They're just dumb, scary movies.
How many is there? There is a lot of
I
them.
really don't know. Take Sharknado for instance. That's supposed to be a scary movie, but even the first
that's
one was
great.
crap.
It's comedy.
They were horrible. That was a comedy. That wasn't even.
Have you
funny,
seen the
man.
movie Velocipastor,
What?
No.
where the
No.
pastor turns into Velociraptor?
I gotta look that up though.
Is
What
this
that
like a
on? Is it
spin-off
on
of
Netflix or
Jurassic
Hulu
Park?
or anything like that? Hulu.
It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh,
Okay.
That's where I
yeah.
saw it. It's crazy. The guy's not even a pastor. Well, he says a pastor, but he's like Catholic. So he's like I guess a father or a priest or whatever.
Yeah.
There's some crazy movies.
I like
But-
the original
One I
Scream
can't-
movie.
that Centipede movie. Where is that? What is-
Oh, I haven't seen that, Dustin.
yeah, you don't want to see that.
No. Oh no. That's where they stitch everybody's head together to their back end.
Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah.
not gonna
No.
see that.
See, that's crap. I don't watch
Yep.
that. Those are overrated. But then the good ones, like the first Saw, that's a classic scary movie to me. The first Freddy Krueger, that's a classic. I
Yep.
really like that one. The Halloween, I don't expect this Halloween Ends movie to be any good whatsoever. I don't
You
care
seen
if you're bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back or not. It's
What's
gonna
the
be
last
crap.
one that they did?
I don't even know.
Halloween.
Halloween's
the-
back, or I don't know.
The
what
first
it's called.
two
What is-
Halloweens were my favorite Halloweens. It was like the second one was a direct instant follow up to the first one. It was just like part 1 and part 2 in my eyes. But I did not like 3 or 5 or 7 or 15 or 27. I mean, like those are
Halloween
Halloween in Space.
No, that was Jason in Space, wasn't
Jason in Space. I never
Jason
saw
in
it.
Space. Okay.
I don't watch those.
The reboot
first
of
Jason
Halloween
was-
2020.
Halloween a couple years ago or 3 years ago or something like that was good.
The
I
reboot.
thought, but yeah,
Did that one have
Well-
Jamie Lee Curtis in it too?
I don't think so. No,
No.
Okay.
maybe.
But speaking of scary movies, as you know, we do
Yep.
do reseller draft Mondays. So tomorrow, Paul and I are going to be drafting our favorite scary movies.
I might have to
That's
jump
gonna
on
be a
that.
tough one. I'm
I
gonna
might have to
watch
jump
that.
on that one.
Yeah, favorite scary
Love me
movies.
some scary movies.
See, I don't like. While we're on the topic, do you know the really creepy could potentially be real scary movies like
Oh,
The
dude, like all-
Haunting,
Yeah,
the
all
Paranormal
those.
Activity.
Paranormal
all
Activity? Those freak me out.
Yeah, I can't
Like-
do those.
Because
I can't-
legit, they could legit.
It's just
Happen.
like on a level of just barely over the fiction line. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Yep.
And those really freak me out. There was The Grudge. Do you remember The Grudge with I think was it
Oh,
Sarah? No, not Sarah Michelle Gellar. Anyway, it took place in Japan about a young kid who died and then he came back to haunt her. You remember this? Okay.
Yeah.
That movie freaked me out because my refrigerator
Ooh.
ice machine made that creepy noise in the middle of the night when all the lights were out one time.
Yeah, nope.
So I'm like, I'm done. Turn the lights on. I will sleep in the daylight. No more.
2004.
The Grudge.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was some time ago, man.
look at
There's
that.
some
Look
good
at
scary
this.
movies out there.
Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
kid.
And
no,
she
sir.
snuck up.
No, sir.
The kid would sneak up under the covers and get you. You weren't safe in
Look
bed.
at this.
You always thought in a scary movie, you get under the covers. Freddy Krueger and this guy, the only two will get you in under the covers.
Under your sleep.
Yeah, and
That's
no.
Michael right there, ain't it, Dustin?
Looks like him.
But yeah, The Grudge. I thought it was a crazy, ridiculous, scary movie until I heard my ice maker in the middle of the night. Then I'm like,
Yep.
nope.
Nope, not
Not gonna
today.
do it.
Not today. All right,
Nah.
let's move on. Overrated, underrated, number 5. Liquidation bin stores.
Over.
I know you've gone in some of those in on your
Yes.
channel. So
Yes.
give us your thoughts.
My thought is, as a part timer, where the first day is a Friday, and I can't go, it's completely overrated. Okay, that's where I'm coming from. To clarify, I can't go on a Friday, and that's when all the good stuff's going to be there. And you got to spend hours there to dig. I'd have to take a day off of work every Friday if I wanted to go to the bin store and get the good stuff. So totally overrated, because if you don't go on that Friday, you go on a Saturday or Sunday or Monday or what day, you're not going to find nearly as good as stuff. You could, if you dig for hours, you can find something, but it's not, in my opinion, it's not worth the digging time. So I say overrated.
Okay.
That's probably why they're
Why is
shutting
it
down.
Friday?
The name of the store is Black Friday.
Oh.
And so I can
guess
only
you
guess
do it on
that's
Saturday.
Huh?
What's that,
I
Dustin?
think we got one of those close to here.
Black Friday?
Yeah.
Probably.
Possibly. I can only guess that's why their restock day is on a Friday, because it's Black Friday. But yeah, they had people when they first opened up. They had people getting in line at like 2 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, about right.
That's how it is here.
I'm not going to do that.
I guess we're lucky to have ours on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Your restock is on a Saturday?
Yeah.
That would completely change my perspective, I believe. I could get up and go there instead of go to yard sales, right? So
Or you could do both. Do both.
Could you?
We've done both before, right,
Easy.
Dustin?
Yeah.
It's a long day.
Get in and out in 2 hours and go to brushes.
Well, I think that would change my perspective. If the restock day was different than on a work day for me, it would probably change my perspective. But because of that,
what's the best thing you found there?
The best thing I found there at a docking station, an HP USB docking station. Paid probably like $1 or $2 on a Monday because nobody knew what it was, and I sold it for $85 within an hour.
Nice.
So that's probably the best thing I found there. Okay. And the one thing I will admit about a bin store is there's a really good chance if you find one, you'll find multiples.
Yep.
Right? There's a good chance of that. That doesn't mean it's going to happen. It's just there's a good chance. So I found that one, and I was just scouring the tables specifically looking for more of those, hoping that was the case. But it wasn't. I only found one that day.
That is a good point. So speaking of liquidation bin stores, Dustin and we actually recently did a video for the Reselling Summit, and it's, I don't have a link to it, but the 26th of this month, our video goes live. So there's going to be a bunch of different resellers that specialize in each, their own little niches. So it's free, 100% free. So sign up for it, and you can have just specific videos for that. It's put on by the Flea Market Flippers, I believe. So Reselling Summit, it's like an online educational, what would you call it? Like a thing. I don't know.
Educational site.
Yeah, something like that. So so stay tuned for that. And all right, moving on. The next one, number 6, Dustin.
Overrated, underrated. Haunted houses.
Oh, I haven't been to a haunted house in years, dude. But I think they're underrated because they could be really, really cheesy, but fun as all get out. Like I know they can't really like touch you and like scare you to death or whatnot, but I love a good haunted house. When I was in high school, we did a fundraiser for the I was in the marching band. I was a marching band geek, guys. I'll tell you that right now. Played the saxophone in high school, but we did in the old prison. We did a haunted house for a fundraiser
in high school.
Yeah,
they let you guys do that.
Yes, it was awesome. We had some excellent shows and rooms because it was a prison. We could really do with the atmosphere of the prison. Right, it was great. I loved it.
Nope,
I loved it. I love haunted houses. Totally underrated.
I'm with Anthony. Overrated. I want nothing to do with horror movies and haunted houses. So
movies I can do. Haunted houses, nope. Chainsaws, nope. If I hear chainsaw, I'm darting. I run a 440. That's the fastest I run.
I go into a haunted house knowing they're trying to scare you, but they can't physically.
But they scare me though, Adam.
Okay?
They scare me.
One here in Nashville.
You're not going to die. You may like gasp
they can
for
touch
breath.
you. What's
the name of that one, Dustin?
I can't remember, but you have to sign a waiver.
I think it is a prison.
And there's like levels to it. There's like, you get level 1. If you pass level 1, you go to level 2. It's like 5-6 levels or something like that.
That would be cool.
but I've heard it's ridiculous. Like
My
no.
daughter loves haunted houses too, so she would like that.
I'd have to wear an adult diaper for that one.
I know, right?
Be like,
Right.
Clean up on level
Nope.
1, please.
Got that right. All right,
clowns,
Adam.
nope.
Number 7, overrated, underrated, whatnot.
That's a tough one too. I'm gonna be the controversial one here, and I'm gonna say it's overrated. I think that they're doing what they intended to do by getting names who already have followers to promote their brand and promote their auctions. And that's entirely what they intended to do, and they're executing well on it. However, it is not for everybody. It is not for anybody and everybody who wants to do it. And people are pushing it hard with, hey, it's so easy, it's so simple, but it's not. You can't even really get rid of. I tried it one time, and I did a great show. I was so prepped for it. I got 7 people in there, and t-shirts. The most expensive t-shirt probably went for like $7, and that was because it was a vintage. I think it was a vintage Alan Jackson single stitch t-shirt, and it went for like $7. I'm like, man, this thing would have gone for 25 on eBay easy, and it's just totally overrated to me. You're gonna get rid of a lot of stuff for $1, and that's it.
Yeah. Yep. I'm in the same boat. Marie is saying overrated, but they added media mail finally.
Okay.
So
I guess if you
Pretty
sell
nice little wrinkle.
books and DVDs and VHS on there, maybe. Not comic books though. You can't sell comic books. You can't ship comic books through media mail. I don't think, because they got ads in them.
Oh, like magazines and stuff. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I
You
could
know
be
what?
wrong.
Now they can
I could
sell
totally be
DVDs.
wrong about that.
Yeah.
But I
Okay.
really feel like they don't meet the media mail because of the ads in them.
Okay.
My buddy Gary, he sold a 1980 something Auburn University yearbook from the 80s.
What?
And he shipped it media mail, and they can randomly check that at the post office. And they did. They randomly checked it. And because it's a yearbook from Auburn, that thing weighed like 5 pounds, right? It was thick. But he shipped it media mail, but they dinged him because it had advertisements in the back from 1980 something or another.
That's stupid. That's stupid. Anthony's saying that is correct. No media mail on comics. So
Okay.
there you go. All right, next one up. This is a good one. Overrated, underrated, number 8.
Number 8, the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Ooh. I totally think it's. You're getting me on a good one on this one. I love them. I love them. But I think that they're overrated. All right. I think they started really good, but now they're getting really corny and just trying to make new movies when they don't need to. If that makes sense.
Give us an example.
Thor, for example.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
The third
newest
Thor and the fourth Thor. Crap. Okay? The Ragnarok, they turned him into a comedian, a comic relief actor, and I hated that they turned him into that, and they did the same. They did them both that way, 3 and 4. I didn't like either one of those 2 movies. I did like the first one and the second one. First one better than the second one. And then, but because you got rid of probably the best character, Iron Man. Sorry, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, too late now. But they got rid of Robert Downey Jr. in Iron Man, and they should have let that, like that was a good ending to the universe, in my opinion. Because that was it. That's all you needed. But now they're just stretching for more content. I also think about the Disney Plus series that they're doing in order to kind of like bring everything together. It's crap. The Wanda series, the Wanda Vision was crap. The She-Hulk is crap. I don't like these series that they're doing at all. But I feel the need to watch them to make sure I don't miss something that's going to come up in a movie later.
That's how they get you.
So, anyway.
That's how they get you. Marie's saying overrated. Anthony's saying I was into Marvel when it first came out, but it's been so long since I've seen one. I think I stopped after the first Thor.
Well, that was
man, you missed a lot.
You
missed
a
a
whole
whole
lot.
Yeah, you missed a whole.
There's some you could have just missed because they weren't necessary, but you still missed a lot.
But I feel like Infinity War, the first movie, is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
I can watch that movie all the time.
Yeah.
But, oh,
I think honestly though, my favorite character is Captain America. I really feel like all three of his movies were
they were
great.
solid.
All three of them were very, very, very good.
Yep.
Civil War was probably the best.
I need to go back and watch it. I don't even remember what happens in that movie.
You totally got to go back and watch it.
Yeah.
It's the worst because you got a good guy fighting against a good guy, and they draw lines in the sand and they make teams. That's why it's called Civil War. But it was just a really, really good movie.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that one for sure. We got Zach, Utah Balk and Gone.
What's up, Zach?
What's going on, buddy? So next up, overrated underrated number 9, flea markets.
I think they're underrated. I don't have a good flea market. So I live through the videos of people at their flea markets. So I think that they're underrated. I think there are good flea markets out there, and I have yet to find one. That's why I think they're underrated. I'm yearning to find a really good flea market where they got good stuff for good prices, not crap for high prices.
Gotcha.
Which is what mine is.
I feel like, Dustin, we have scratched the surface of flea markets, and there's other little town flea markets around us. We just got to venture out a little more, because the Nashville flea market is
Bowling Greens.
Like bowling
little towns.
There's one in Macon, Georgia. It's a large one too. My brother-in-law, he also resells part-time, and we're gonna make a trip to Macon one weekend and hit up the Macon, Georgia flea market, because we've built it up in our minds so much that we're hoping it's gonna be great. But I'll let you know in a future video.
Gotcha.
It could be a bomb. It could be nothing.
Gotcha. All right, moving on. Last one here, an overrated underrated number 10.
Number 10, sexy men on calendars.
Oh, what? I think that's totally underrated, man. Totally underrated. Everybody here needs some studs on a calendar. You know? Oh, wait a minute. I think I got an idea here. Everybody should get one. You know what I'm talking about?
Let us know. What are we talking about here?
What we're talking about is an opportunity for everybody here to get their own studs on a calendar. More or less the studs of the reselling community, mind you. Like these two above and below me right here, right now.
Oh yeah.
Representing October.
Mr. October here.
We couldn't have got a better month.
So the studs of the reselling community, it is a charity that we're doing to help raise money for the Gary Sinise Foundation. And I thought of this a few months ago, and I just threw out Instagram messages to a whole bunch of different guys, hoping that they would join me in this. And there's 12 of us, 13 of us, counting the two of you, who have come together to make Studs of the Reselling Community calendar, a different stud of the reselling community on every month. And you're going to love it. And every single dollar that we make from this charity will go to the Gary Sinise program or foundation. The Gary Sinise Foundation helps our veterans, our wounded warriors, the families of those who lost members of the military overseas, or for whatever reason, the first responders like police, firemen, ambulance drivers, things like that. The Gary Sinise program has helped thousands of those out for whatever their case may be. They've built new houses. They've built community platforms, new playgrounds, things of that nature. It's a really, really, really good charity group. So the Studs of the Reselling Community is ultimately that. 12 YouTubers joining together to make a 2023 calendar, and you can have one for the low, low price of $20 plus shipping. And again, every dollar we make from this goes to the Gary Sinise Foundation. Nice. You even have an opportunity, if you go back, Ray, there is an opportunity. If you didn't want to buy a whole calendar, you can just sponsor a day for $5 if you just want to make a donation. and sponsor any day of the 365 days in that year if you wish. You could say happy birthday to somebody, happy anniversary to your spouse, or say, I've had people say, this is the day our website was founded, or this is the day my company was founded, things like that.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's good.
We've sold a couple dozen calendars now so far, and many more days have been sponsored. We've got a couple of different sponsors as well to help pay for the whole situation. All
What
in
are the
all,
sponsors? Can you give us that information?
Hall Sell has sponsored January, and List Perfectly has said that they're really interested in sponsoring. So
Okay. Nice. And where can they purchase this calendar, and when will the calendar ship out?
all right, so the calendars are at baldypowpicking.bigcartel.com. Can you drop that link in the comments?
I sure can.
Baldypowpicking.bigcartel.com. They started pre-orders on October 1st, and the pre-orders will go through to Thanksgiving. And then we'll place the order over the Thanksgiving break, and we'll get the orders in the beginning of December. You can continue to order throughout if you wish, but the pre-orders will get fulfilled at the beginning of December, and we'll start shipping them out before Christmas.
There you go, guys.
That way, for sure, you'll have it before the end of the year.
Now, Zach's on here, and Zach is one of the participants in the calendar, and he's super excited to join us. Can you give us a little more names of the people that are on the calendar, just kind of spicing up the...
All right. Let's see if I've got my...
You got the full
list.
roster?
Okay, we'll go from memory while I'm pulling this up. We've got Matt Easy from Instagram. We've got Drew, Profit Monsters, all right? We've got me, Body Pal Picking. We've got Mountain Man Treasures. How about Chris from Flip the World? We got Ray and Dustin from the Nashville Flippers. Carrie of American Arbitrage also is with us. We've got Zach from Utah Bought and Gone. Adam from Pittsburgh Pickers. We've got Prison to Profit, Dante. We've got Harry Tornado himself will be on this calendar as well. And I know Drew Strickland, who is Rachel Strickland's husband. Drew Strickland is also participating. And
good.
I may have, I'm sorry, I may have forgotten one, but I can't find the screenshot fast enough to answer the question. Did I name all 12 there?
I think that's all of them.
I think I got them. I really,
Yeah.
Hey, my memory's not that bad. I think I got
There
them
you
all.
go. We're actually going to have, spoiler alert, we're going to have Drew Strickland on next week on the podcast. So if you guys want to hear from a husband's perspective of a reseller, tune in next week. But
that'd be great.
But guys, if you want to purchase the Studs of Reselling calendar, make sure you check out the description below. You know, click on the Big Cartel link or go to Baldy Pal's website, and all that information is on there. And yeah, it's going to be $20 plus shipping. And it, like Adam said, all the proceeds are going to go help the the charity,
the Gary Sinise Foundation.
Yep. So there
and
you
that
go,
is
guys.
that. If you don't know who Gary Sinise is, that's Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump. Everybody, if you just didn't know that name,
there you go.
He actually started this foundation after playing that role.
Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan, baby. Lieutenant Dan's got new legs, and Baldy Pal just finished Overrated, Underrated. So there you go, guys. Thank you so much, Adam, for answering those questions. Moving on to the next segment of the podcast, and we're getting down to we're at an hour, Adam. Are you okay to keep going?
I'm in it to win it, man. Let's
okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So, Dustin, do we have Dustin's tip of the week this week?
I haven't thought about it yet.
No? Well,
no.
Just give us something. Just give us something off the top of your head. So, this week we have Dustin's tip of the week. Dustin, what's the tip of the week?
We kind of talked about this earlier, but if you're new to reselling, list what you know. Don't want to list stuff that you're not interested in, because you're not going to want to list anything. So get stuff that you're interested in and list and make some money.
There you go. There you go. All right, Dustin's tip of the week is brought to you by our good friends over at stickerwise.com. The best place to get stickers. Adam, I don't know if you have your Baldy Pal stickers or not, but if you use the code FLIPPERS, you're going to receive 10% off, and it gives a little bit of a kickback. So if you guys want to order some stickers, check that out.
I need to order some new ones, so maybe I will.
There you go, man. They got good stuff. It's a mom and pop kind of sticker company. They do free shipping. So it's pretty cool. They're pretty cool. For 100 stickers or 200 stickers for $65, and you'll get 10% off of that. Free shipping, you can't beat it.
That's a good deal.
Beat it with the stick. All right, moving on to everyone's favorite segment of the show. As I remove my notes here, skip or flip, Adam, where we're going to show you 3 different pictures.
All right.
With no context whatsoever, and you're going to let us know if you see these things at the thrift store, yard sale, garage sale, would you skip or flip? All right.
I'm ready.
Let's do it.
Rumor has it there has never been a skip in this segment.
We need a skip eventually.
Really?
So
it's nothing but skips.
Nothing but skips.
Nothing but skips. All right, number 1 here. Adam, let me know what you would do, and people in the chat, let us know what you would do. We have here this knife, a little Rambo action. For the people listening at home, it looks like the handle is kind of like a dark gray with a little gold hilt on there. And some would say this is a Bowie knife. It does have some wear on the handle. And it's got, if you can't read that, Adam, it says Chase 1838.
Case USA 1838.
Case, yeah.
Well, being that I know nothing about knives or anything like that, I would skip right over this if I saw it at a flea market or something like that. I don't know.
You wouldn't pick it up at all?
No. I mean, look at it, but I wouldn't. The asking price would probably be too high. It would totally turn me off, and I wouldn't even be interested in it.
So, what would be your top dollar that you would purchase this for, Adam?
In a general sense, if I have no idea what its potential value is, $20 top.
$20, highest value.
20, and that's because I say there's a price to learn a lesson, And if I'm interested in learning more about knives, and I feel like $20 is a good price to pay for an education on something, so $20.
Okay, nice. All right, so that's your barrier of entry. That's what you're.
Yeah.
$20 is what you're looking to lose if it's not worth anything. Okay. And Dustin actually sent me this, so
I can't say anything.
He can't say anything, but Marie's saying skip, and Alan is saying flip. So you're skipping 100%.
I'm a skip. Yep.
All right.
And
so
I don't regret it either.
Okay.
Cheers to you if you know more about knives than I do. You can flip it.
Gotcha. So this knife just sold on eBay for $79.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not bad. $20, you still would make some money. But so Case, sorry. Bowie knives are worth some pretty good money. That one is, as you saw, Adam, it's not in the best condition, but one that's in pretty good condition with like the what do you call it, Dustin, where you put the knife inside of the
sheath,
the carrying case or whatever the case is.
I got that one right there.
Yeah,
I got 2 of those.
Justin, when you point at your computer screen, we don't know what you're pointing at.
Oh, sorry.
Right.
The ones with the you get the box.
With this one, I know.
Sorry.
So I got that one right there.
That one.
So yeah,
okay,
the Bowie
there you
knife.
Go. Case. I can remember
Case.
that. That's not a hard one.
Case.
I'm keeping those forever.
Also, it said made in the USA. That kind of, a lot of stuff was made in the USA that's still not of good value, even though it was vintage. My dad, like a lot of tools. My dad was a tool man. I know there's a lot of tools that were made in the USA, but you wouldn't know all their names. Some of them were unbranded. So,
gotcha. So even this style knife, like a Bowie knife, I would still I would look at it, take a second look at it. So
if you thought it would sell for $150, what would you pay for it? If you saw that knife at the flea market, if you knew it would sell,
if I knew,
$25, $30.
Yeah. If you knew it would sell for $150, but it'd take a few months to do it, how much would you be willing to put up for it?
If I knew it sold for $150 and $50.
Triple your money.
Yeah.
Yep.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
If I knew exactly what it was, and I knew it was going to sell $50. Like if I come across a video game that I know it's going to sell for like $700, I'll pay $100 or $200 all day long. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
If you know.
if
But
you know,
If you don't know, you're just paying to learn a lesson. That's how I see it.
Yeah. If you know. So next one up here. It's a good one here too. So guys, we got some good ones today, y'all.
Okay. Scary.
We have here this little container. It says Sunset 2 for $5 trailers on it. It's got a picture of two people riding horses. It's got a fact, just some numbers on the side. It says the cigars contained were manufactured by. So it used to be a cigar tin. At the bottom, it says the factory. No dates. Really beat up. What are you thinking here, Adam?
I'm thinking I wouldn't pay more than $20 for it, but that's because I think it would go for somewhere around $75.
Okay.
I actually had to look up cigar stuff one time when I bought a cigar box from a yard sale full of pictures. I was buying the pictures. I just happened to also look into the cigar box because that's what they were in. And I was pleasantly surprised that the age and the box of cigars could go for pretty good money. So that's what I'm basing this on.
So would you skip or flip?
I'd flip. I'd flip if it was $20 or less.
Okay. All right. What's up, Gulf Coast? Good to see you, man. Anthony is also saying if it's guaranteed $150, I'll pay $100 for it. Okay.
Huh.
Alan is saying flip. Marie's saying flip. Dustin, what are you doing?
I can't tell. I already kind of know.
Okay.
So
you're
give it away.
So what do you
Definitely
think this is
flipping.
selling for, Adam?
I'm gonna guess $75-$80. I could be wrong, but that's what I saw those cigar boxes going for.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna say a couple hundy.
Couple hundy? All right. So this cigar tin just sold for
No way.
$1,500.
No,
Wow, that's a huge difference from a cigar box.
Yeah, the tins.
Why?
I did a little research, and the tins are pretty valuable. If you can find the right one. Anything Sunset is worth some pretty good money.
I would have been pleasantly surprised. That's one of those things that you love, though, right? Like, you think you'll get $75, so you'll spend $20, but then you get home and learn it's $1,500. I mean, come on,
Oh, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
As you can see, this one says Sunset Trailers. All the newer ones say Sunset Trail. So that's probably the reason why that one's worth a little bit more money because of the name. As you can see, man, cigar tins. Look at this one's all beat up. It still says Sunset Trail on it, and it's sold for $19.
There you go. All right, tins are better than the boxes. Who knew?
Here's a tin box, $500.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember the name of the company of the cigars that was on the box that I bought. It was not in very good shape either, though. But if I wanted to, I could probably sell it for at least $25. I paid $20 for the. Again, you remember I told you a lesson. What am I willing to pay to learn a lesson? I bought a cigar box full of real, not printed or remanufactured old pictures from like World War II era.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just like, okay, $20. Let's see what I can get out of this. Just learn a lesson about photography. I haven't listed anything yet, but I've spoken with the Pittsburgh pickers who are really big on that kind of stuff. They said that box is probably well worth over $300 with the combined total of all the pictures that I've got.
Wow. That's awesome.
Again, learn a lesson. Sometimes it's worth it just to pay to learn a lesson.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you 100% on that. A lesson that I'm learning right now, I bought somebody's Nerf collection.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone through it, and I don't know anything about Nerf. So
How much did you pay for the whole collection?
$100. I paid up, but it's a huge tote.
Yeah.
So we'll find out.
I don't know. I kind of feel like you might break even. This is why I don't pick up Nerf anymore. Okay,
Tell
they
me.
want $5 to $10 in the Goodwill, and they're selling like just regular old Nerf guns or
$5 to $10, yeah. Same.
15 to $25 free shipping. There's no way those things are going to go free shipping because of how long they are and how heavy they are. Like, I don't do free shipping. I definitely don't spend 10 and sell something for 25 free shipping. Right? So,
Yeah, that's dumb.
I don't
All
know.
right,
I don't
Adam.
know. You might break
last-
even on those Nerf guns.
Yeah, I know. We'll find out. We'll find out what happens. So next one up here, Dustin. You don't know about this one, so
Nope.
Disney Sports Basketball for the GameCube.
I want to say that's got to be money. It just I've never heard of it. I would flip
Flipping
it.
it.
I would flip it.
Why are you thinking? Just a Disney sports game?
It's Nintendo 60. No, it's GameCube.
GameCube.
It's GameCube. Is it got the magazine?
It's complete. Yeah, it's complete.
It's complete. It's got the magazine. I would pay, knowing nothing about it. I would easily pay somebody $20 at a yard sale for that game.
$20.
Yeah, I think that Mickey Mouse game is probably money. I just feel like that the Mickey Mouse Disney collab is going to make it money. I could be way wrong there, but that's what jumps out at me.
Okay. What about you, D-Man? What are you doing?
Definitely flipping.
Flipping? How come?
It just, I've never seen that.
Yeah,
It's rare. It's GameCube.
That could be a $200
I bet it's going
game.
for 500 plus.
So what are you paying, Dustin?
$100.
We already know that Adam is paying 20 to learn, right?
To be very honest with you, at a yard sale, I would definitely have to scan that barcode. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
Anything over $5. But I really truly feel like this one's going to show up around the $250 mark, and I would go up to $100 at a yard sale.
Ooh. Okay. All right. Ryan is saying flip. Zach's saying anything GameCube is usually fire. Alan is flipping. Bible Belt is flipping. Y'all are all flipping. GameCube and Disney, bang bang. All right. So
I feel like the way you're representing this, you've caught us all off guard. So I'm excited to see how bad I'm gonna lose money on this one.
So this Disney game just sold on eBay for $760 at bids.
Well, I totally underestimated it, but I knew it was going to be something good.
Said 500 plus. Let's go.
Right. This is the only one that's worth money, though. Because there's other Disney sports that aren't like, see?
Just the
Disney sports skateboarding is $17. Disney soccer, $25.
See, the soccer one would have got me. Football? Is there a football one?
I don't think so. Yes, there is. $120.
Yeah. See, football, basketball, maybe a baseball.
Ooh, this guy got a deal. It's got
got
the football, soccer. Yeah.
Yeah. So the basketball is money.
And the football is money.
The football's money.
But not as much as the basketball.
All right.
The soccer's okay.
But it's still, I mean, $50. You pay, if you were to get that in a box full of GameCube games, you're easily making the majority of all your money back on that one game.
Mm-hmm. That looks really fun.
Yeah. Next time I get a GameCube that actually works, I'm probably not going to flip it because I don't have a GameCube in my collection. I've got a regular Nintendo and a Super Nintendo. I need a GameCube.
Yeah.
So
get you that GameCube, man.
No, I'm going to wait until I find it. It's like I could go out and buy it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it's not the same as the treasure hunt at a yard sale. Like, I want to add it to my collection when I get it for $10 or $25
Facts.
at the yard sale. And hopefully with a pile full of GameCube games. I would also like a Nintendo 64, but I didn't like that one nearly as much as I like the GameCube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. So, guys, there you have it. That is skip or flip for this episode of the podcast. You did pretty good there, Adam.
Yeah,
I
the
think-
Bowie knife was probably my worst of the three, but I learned something new.
There you go. There you go. All right. So we're getting down to the nitty gritty here, Adam. We got one more question for you. We always want to end it on this way. What are some goals that Adam, Baldy Pal Picking, has set for himself, reselling wise, personal wise? Let us know what you got.
Well, I had a goal of 2,000 by the end of the year, 2,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I did.
What are you at right now?
13, 17.
Okay.
But I'm back in July. I decided I can only do one of two things. I can't focus on eBay and YouTube with the same precision equally. So I've decided that eBay is higher priority than YouTube to me. So my goal for eBay is, as part-time, I want to do 25,000. So that's what I'm shooting for this year.
25,000
For the whole year.
For the whole year.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you think
Okay.
about it, if a part-time job making an extra $20 to $25,000,
I know.
that's
It's
good money. It's good money.
It's legit. Yeah, it's legit for sure. So those are some great goals. I know if you haven't started doing YouTube Shorts, Adam, you need to, because the majority of our subscribers have come from YouTube Shorts.
Oh yeah.
So just cut up your YouTube videos that you already have and just put them in Shorts. You should be fine.
Yeah, I need to take a lesson from you guys and try to figure out how to do that best, because I could technically take every one of my videos and make a short from it, right?
Yeah, you can.
I'm not sure how to compose it properly. So
You can do it.
we'll have a
You can do it.
conversation.
Yeah, we'll have a conversation. But guys, that concludes another fantastic episode of This Week in Reselling. Again, guys, make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Nashville Flippers. Follow us on Instagram, and make sure you subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you leave 5-star review. Put down in the little, what do you call it? The little comment box or whatever, how much you like the show, how much you've learned from it. Tell us who your favorite guest has been on the show. And yeah, that pretty much is it. There you go, Baldy Pal. Anything else for the people, Dustin?
Got nothing.
Nothing. What, Adam? Anything else for the people?
Yes. Subscribe. BaldyPal.com is the easiest way to get there. And I do have that live show every other Wednesday at 8 o'clock on my YouTube channel. It's called Live with Baldy Pal. My next show will be this coming up Wednesday, and the tattooed reseller will be my guest. So see you there.
Reseller. Okay, well, there you go, guys. Again, thank you so much for rocking with us. And like always, my name is Ray.
My name's Dustin.
I'm Baldy Pal.
There you go. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. See y'all, and God bless. Peace.
Good night.